Breaking news, Mo Salah calls Arne Slot crazy, Klopp reveals job controversy. Welcome to l.f.c Transfer Daily News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Liverpool star Mo Salah labelled Arne Slot crazy, according to a new claim. The Egyptian struggled to get to grips with new demands. The Telegraph journalist Marcel van der Kraan claims Mo Salah didn't initially adapt to life under Arne Slot particularly smoothly. This was the first time that Salah needed to do any adapting since 2017, of course, and he wasn't sure about Slot's methods. Van der Kraan claims Slot wanted too much intensity from Salah off the ball. Or at least, that's how the Reds' number 11 saw it. Salah was cursing in the summer about all that Slot wanted from him, said Van der Kraan, per Voteball Zone. "You're crazy," Salah said at one point. "That was about the intensity Slot demands, what all the strikers have to do in terms of work. I heard this from guys who were at that training camp." Mo Salah was unsure about Arne Slot. The difficulty for any new manager is getting the star players to listen. That's particularly difficult when moving to Liverpool and taking over a successful team. Why, after all, should Salah and co. listen to you? Slot needed to win the stars around, and it appears he initially had a difficult time doing that. But he has done it. Salah looks at home in Slot's system, and while it's entirely possible that the Dutchman eventually wants more from his stars, things are going swimmingly. In fact, Salah is thriving in the Premier League this season. He's got 6 goals and 5 assists after 9 fixtures, a player capable of delivering everything going forward. And that includes the pressing and off-ball work. So while there may have been a rocky start, everything now feels incredibly positive. Long may it continue, too, because Slot and Salah could produce some magic this season. Jurgen Klopp reveals real truth about controversial new job. Jurgen Klopp has spoken for the first time since taking his controversial job with Red Bull. The former Liverpool man doesn't entirely understand the uproar. Jurgen Klopp is the head of global football operations with Red Bull. Or at least, he will be starting in January. The German took the role in a very surprising move, given Red Bull's controversial standing in football. That's particularly the case in Germany, where many see them as a soulless enterprise looking to exploit football for advertising and little else. And so Klopp, often seen as the face of German football and someone who actually battles back against commercialization, shocked people by taking the job. Even more shocking is the claim that he might have agreed to take it on while still managing Liverpool. The fallout from Liverpool fans has been minimal, admittedly, but Borussia Dortmund and Mainz fans have been vehemently against their hero joining Red Bull. Jurgen Klopp addresses controversy. Klopp has appeared on Tony Kroos's podcast, Einweg mal Luppen, which he runs with his brother Felix. The ex-Liverpool manager isn't sure what the problem is, though. "I didn't want to step on anyone's toes, absolutely not. And I love all of my former clubs," he said, per The Athletic. "But I don't really know what I could have done to make everyone happy. It was always clear to me, that I wouldn't do nothing. And then the Red Bull story came up. And it was an outstanding option, and I have to be honest about that." Then Klopp actually downplayed his role with Red Bull. The truth appears to be that won't be all that impactful, it's just an advisory role that won't see him dip his fingers in too often. "Basically, I'm an advisor," he told the podcast. "Hopefully I can bring calm in different ways and, in other situations, assess things correctly and help the coaches. But I just want to support, not interfere, because I know how disruptive that is. Instead, I want to pass on my experience and work in the world that I know best." Whether that's true or not remains to be seen. His job title, combined with the publicity around the appointment, certainly doesn't paint a picture of a mere advisor with little input. Klopp, though, is adamant. Not that the power of his position at Red Bull is really the point for those fans criticizing the move. Liverpool watched 2 targets score sensational goals on same night. Liverpool saw 2 of their most exciting transfer targets score spectacular goals on the same night. Will either end up at Anfield, though. At any given point, Liverpool are linked to some of the world's best players. That doesn't mean they're going to sign them, of course, but the door is open, and the more these players perform, the more Liverpool are going to have interest. So Wednesday was a notable one as 2 of the most exciting players linked with the Reds scored truly spectacular goals. Victor Gyökeres's free kick. Victor Gyökeres continued his ridiculous season last night with 2 goals for Sporting CP. They were facing Nacional in a Portuguese Cup match, and the eventual 3-1 win was down to their big Swede. His first was from the penalty spot, but it was his second that had people talking. Gyökeres stepped up to take a free kick and found the back of the net emphatically. A fan view from behind the strike showed it best. The serve on that is ridiculous, and it seems as though Gyökeres can do just about anything right now. That's 16 goals this season, already 12 in just 9 Liga Portugal fixtures. A sensational player and one Liverpool reportedly want to sign. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia produces magic. There was a huge fixture in Serie A last night as AC Milan hosted Napoli. Antonio Conte has his new side flying, 7 wins from 9, 16 scored and just 5 conceded. And Napoli extended that record in Milan, producing a statement 2-0 win. Romelu Lukaku got the first goal, but it was Kvicha Kvaratskhelia who took the headlines. His fantastic solo goal sealed the win in style, with the Georgian pick the ball up out wide, dribbling inside 2 players, and firing a bullet into the bottom corner. Conte appears to have the winger back in the kind of form he produced in 2022-23, with Napoli clinching the Scudetto that season. With the world watching, Kvaratskhelia could once again be on the shopping list of the world's biggest clubs. Liverpool have been linked, and while they're well stocked on the left wing, Kvaratskhelia might be too good to pass up. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.